All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome to episode 16 of our Elm Creek Oats and Goats gameplay series. I'm the Ultra Farmer. We've got a bunch on our plate today. In this episode, we're going to be planting our oat fields. Again, we got to ride a bunch of horses to get their health and their fitness way up. We might even be able to get to sell a couple more of our stallions today as their values are getting kind of out of control, which is awesome. We've reached over that 30,000 mark on a couple of them. I'm going to try and get them to over about 40,000. We're going to see what we can do over the next little bit. And if we can, then we'll be selling off a couple more stallions. All the mares are pregnant. They will probably give birth in the fall. And then we'll have another group of, either stallions or mares that we got to deal with. So let's get into it. We first got to start planting some oats. I'm just kind of pulling back into the farm here. The first thing I want us to do is get planting our oat fields. Now, I went up and I took our straw bales in and kind of sold them off. I even threw some pallets of carrots into our storage here just so we got them over here. Just a couple to have closer to some of the horse pens. I'm going to drop this trailer off and then we're going to hook on the planter. We're going to get going with some of the oats. Probably got to get some seeds here too, actually. This thing is going to be, it should be over half full if I remember correctly. Yes, 60%. Okay. Now we got a little bit left in this pallet of seeds in the barn here, but we're going to have to get more at some point. That might be on today's chore list. We might have to run up to the store with that trailer and get some more seed brought back down to the farm. We definitely won't run out. 96% in this thing is quite a bit, actually. Now, maybe if I can here, just before we get going, maybe we'll try and grab some fuel in this unit just before we embark on today's adventure. So I want to get the fields planted, and then I want to roll the fields. I just want to back this thing up and try to Austin Powers out of here. There we go. But I want to get the fields planted, get the fields rolled, and we got to go through and check on a bunch of the horses. So let's just jump out while this is going down. And let's go in the pen. Now, we could probably just do it like this. So this is the mare pen, if you will. So all the mares are pregnant right now. Yes, pregnant, yes, 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 yes. I've been riding them slowly, just kind of trying to get some of their fitness up, especially Penelope, but I haven't been focusing too much on riding the mares. I don't know if it really matters when it comes to their overall health, but I do want to get some oats dropped in their pen. The problem is I accidentally put too much hay in there, so it's like full of food, so I gotta let the hay go through a bit and then we'll dump more oats in. I kind of got the balance off a little bit. Let's go into, so this is the stallions. The stallions are looking really good. Mufasa and Applejack's value is getting up. Like, if we go ride Mufasa and Applejack right now, after we brush Applejack, his value will be over 30 grand, which is what I kind of want to do right now. If we can, that's Urko. There's Applejack. Okay. They just got the funniest names, to be honest. I haven't changed any of their names. We get what we get. Even old Small Ramsey. This field needs to be cut. We want to get another cut of hay off this field. I'm going to just kind of keep doing that as we go. This is where I really wish I had a third tractor. Really wish I had a third tractor, which that's kind of why I was thinking about perhaps selling one of these horses, just because there will always be more stallions that we can get to a good value. But if I sold one for about 30 grand, we might be able to buy a third tractor just to kind of help out with just with this is when we got a bunch of field work that's going to be going on. Like, we could be planting, we could be rolling, we could be cutting that grass field, we could be tedding, baling, all that stuff. So a third tractor would be super helpful. And I think I know which one I want. I've been waiting and waiting for something to come through on sale in the used equipment, but there's just nothing has popped through. There was the one popped through, and we could have really used it at that time, but we had no money, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is as they speak as it is. So that's, yeah, third tractor would be super handy, but more and more I just want to keep getting the horse values up and up. Except Mufasa and Applejack are really good. I kind of don't want to sell them because they're the next in line for our breeding stallions after Urko and Trooper are done. But that being said, Urko we could probably push and keep to the 5-6 year mark, I think. Make sure this is at 100. Yep. Run into the tree. Okay, where is he? See, yeah, like, look. just from that riding plus this brushing, we're over 30 grand. 90% fitness. So we could always sell Applejack next month. He's only 2 years old. 2 years and 1 month. That's crazy. I wonder if we could get him up to over 40 grand. There's Trooper. Yeah, it won't let me. I do kind of don't like how it does that. Where you just can't, it won't let us like jump on one of the horses, because I'd like to ride Mufasa right now, but I'm gonna have to like back out and kind of reset the game to allow that to happen. So in this pen I've got all the young horses, both mare and stallion. They can't reproduce or do anything in there other than just, they're just eating meadow. I go through and ride them kind of every now and then, but I haven't put much focus to riding them. They're all super young. They'll just be the next ones in line once we kind of go through all the other mares. I think once the other mares have given birth, I'll start riding them for 4 months, get all their fitnesses up to 100%, get all their, riding and cleanliness up to 100%. And I think at that point, because it's going to be probably around October that they give birth, roughly, it'll be in the fall sometime, I think. I think we got about 5 more months. 5 more months and they'll give birth. So, another thing I was thinking too is I'm not gonna worry too much about the the rotation. Like, we could just keep Applejack and Mufasa. They cost us $0, and like, Applejack's already worth like 35 grand. So like, it's straight profit basically off that horse, other than some food that we've given him. But the food, like, seed doesn't cost us anything. Fuel, it's to do the food isn't really that much of a cost. It's more of a time thing. So we're way ahead. Like, we're 30 grand, and we can get a good breeding stallion for 5 to 7 grand. So even if we sold all of our stallions right now, made a bunch of money, and were quote unquote like without good stallions, like, we could go buy one. And like, Groovy was a buy for 6 grand, 6,800 bucks, and yeah, we made like 20 grand off that horse. Urko's fitness is at 62%, and again, at like almost 30 grand. I kind of would want to sell. Oh, there, now we can jump on Mufasa. That's great. Let's take Mufasa for a spin. I'm kind of thinking that I want to sell Mufasa and maybe Urko, keep Trooper and Applejack, and see if we can get Applejack up to like 40 grand. That would be pretty cool. Might even be able to get him past that point. Maybe yeah, I'm not too sure. We'll see next month, because yeah, we'll see next month. As long as we're not going to sell any of the stallions unless their fitness is at 100%, which is 4 full months of riding them to 100%. That'll get them at 100% fitness. The fitness increases 25% per month. Yeah, it increases with 100% riding. It decreases at a rate that I haven't really kept track of, but it's a weird rate, because sometimes their fitness will be at like 42%, which means the way it decreases is different than how it increases. But the nice thing is with the stallions, we've got like a good 100 and some grand sitting in the barn, just kind of waiting to go. But when we get back with Mufasa here, we'll brush him, and then I'm just going to go look at a tractor. We'll go in the store and we'll take a look and see what kind of I know we could get another 3650 for 40 grand. Okay, AI worker completed our task. What we got to do is we actually got to go back and catch. There's going to be a bunch of that field the AI worker missed. Maybe I'll do that at the end. No, we'll just do it right now, because then we could roll that field while we're... Yeah, we could roll that field. So let's get Mufasa back in. We'll brush him, see what value he's at, and then we'll go get the AI worker kind of sorted out and getting started on the next field. I hit the wrong button. Back her up. Back her up. Okay, there we go. Let's see what value we're going to get Mufasa up to. 2 years, 2 months. Yeah, it should be close to that 30 grand mark. Not too bad. 29. Mufasa's at 100%. Health is at 100. Nice. Urko's good. Yeah, see, Urko's fitness is at 62%. It's just kind of a weird, it's a weird denomination. Okay, let's jump into this tractor. Now, this planter, it's always a bit weird. Like, it doesn't really catch these corners, so I gotta go back and do that, which is fine. Let's close this menu. Don't really need that open. This corner's probably okay. A little bit got missed. Not that it really matters too much. I mean, we would live without these corners of oats, but once a field that doesn't seem complete, right? And I think I even missed a corner there. Okay, so that field's good to go. That field's good to go. We shouldn't have to fertilize. We shouldn't have to do anything other than just roll that field, and off we go. Let's get a worker started on this field, and let's just go take a look at some tractors. We're going to do two things. We'll get a worker started on this field. Let's jump over to this tractor. And let's go get hooked onto the roller. And we'll get a worker rolling at least, yeah, rolling kind of behind. We'll probably end up taking over rolling a little bit, but while we're kind of messing around in the store, we can have a worker going for us. The goats are doing good. I think we got close to 80. Let's just jump out and check real quick while we're here. We should have over 80 by now. 97. Nice. Now, we got to get a little bit of food brought in there today as well. It's got to be on our list. That's why we got to cut and bale that field as well, just to make sure we're staying up on all the food. Now, like, summertime's coming, so they're going to be eating a bunch of the meadow, but still. Okay, let's go in. There's nothing on sale. Never anything good on sale. But let's go look at, was it medium tractors? That one's 60. Like, we could always get one of these tractors for 58, which is all the money that we have. Or these tractors are not too bad because they're 39 at 100 horse, but we could put 135 for 45 grand. Yeah, that might be the answer. Oh, I wish one would have came through for sale when we had a little bit extra cash. Or this case one we can get 125 horse, 42,000, and we do have the option in the future to bring it up to 145 horse if we want to spend the money on it. We could get front attacher for an extra 1,500 bucks. Man, that would be a pretty good one. That would drop us down. I don't know. We'll wait and see. What about these ones? Not enough starting horsepower. Like, if we were to bring this up to yeah, but that's a little bit, I don't know if I want to get this one. Like, these ones are fine, but they'll drive really slow usually. Like 19 mile an hour is its top speed. This one would be 24 mile an hour top speed. Usually the fuel tanks on these are a little bit low, 90 liters. Yeah, this one's 200 liters. Like, they're decent, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think I'm just going to let rolling and planting just progress a little bit more here. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to go through... yeah, I'm just going to go through the goat pen a little bit. I might drop a little bit of food in there, and then I'll kind of just bring you back as we progress with planting. All right, I'm just getting our planter kind of parked away. Whoa, if I can not hit the fence, that'd be great. I'm going to get this parked, and our last field is just being rolled right now. What's Danny up to? Danny's just sitting around patrolling. Let's shut down this tractor right now. Let's go see him. What are you doing, bud? Don't roll in the well there. What were you doing? Go see the horses. Make sure he's got food. I fed him before, but we'll feed him some more. He's a hungry boy. So our last field is just being rolled right now. But we got everything planted and good to go. What I want to do real quick while this field is being rolled, I want to take Trooper and get Troopers riding to 100%. And I think we might as well go on. We might as well go on a quest and see if we can find a golden apple. There's Mufasa. This one must be Trooper. Yep. And so I'm thinking what we should do. If I can make it over. Nice. Good jump, Troop. Good jump. Let's head over this way. Let's see if we can head far kind of over into this area. Because here's one spot where we kind of... I mean, we went over here one time. Let's jump this grate. And we actually checked in that culvert under the, like, that bridge area there. I know we went through there. But there's got to be something over here. There's just got to be. We got, what, 85 more? 85, 84 more? So, I'm thinking in this area there's going to be a bunch. There's got to be a bunch here. Down at these buildings. Way far over here. It's going to take a second to get that field rolled. So, might as well head on over and check it out. Also, second note, I went to the flea market today and I got some more Pokemon cards. So I'll be posting that in the Discord. I've got a Pokemon channel set up in there. So make sure if you guys are into that, post some of your favorite cards or post what cards you're searching for, you know. If there's any series that you're chasing or what ones you're looking forward to. I think Mega Evolution comes out on September 26th. Maybe someone fact check me on that. I'm pretty sure though. I'm pretty sure it's September 26th. I've kind of been watching it. I haven't got any of the Black Bolt or the White Flare. I haven't ripped any of that stuff. I haven't got any. I was gonna order some ETBs, but I was like, you know what? I didn't really feel like it going down that road. I still want to just kind of I want to wait for Mega Evolution. Is going to be kind of my next thing. But yeah, so anyone who's kind of into Pokemon will understand what I'm talking about. Anyone who thinks it's dumb will be like, yep, that's a waste of time. Okay, something tells me, maybe I just can't remember, but did we already kind of look over here? I can't really remember. Let's keep going. Let's check the grain silos and stuff over here. There might be one. Maybe on the tracks down there too. We got to kind of watch for. We'll check that little Quonset area after. Geez, Troop ran right into that post. Check these steps. Let's ride on through here. You never know. We gotta. Oh yeah, see? Oh yeah. Good work, Troop. Good work. 85. Okay. 85 more to go. Still feel like there could be one more kicking around here. You never know. 85. Oh, I already, yeah, I've said this before, but I already know what's going to happen. We're going to get down, there's going to be 20 left, and we're going to be like, where do we go look? You know, where did we look really good? Where did we kind of look good? Where were we talking about Pokemon cards when we should have been looking good? Or just like how crazy of hiding spots could they be in, you know? Like in garbage cans or stuff like that. We should check this underpass while we're over here. Oh. Okay, well. Looks like the map ends there, so let's just go up over here. Kind of check up on the bridge. Maybe we'll venture over here quick. There's got to be one or two up over here. We'll venture in, see what we can find. If not, we'll check that Quonset on the area there, that kind of Quonset area on our way back. This is going to be one where did I look really good, right? Okay, so this is one we got to remember then, like there could be a couple in here hidden in some weird spots, and this will be a place we come back to and we double check. Because there could be so many just like weird little hiding spots that they could be sitting in. Doesn't look like we're allowed to go in any of that area, so maybe not. But like under like this kind of arched walkway area, there's got to be one. Let's check over here. Nope, not seeing nothing over here. Nothing. You know what, though? I'm just going to jump off real quick. You know what I mean? You never know, right? Like, this is where there's kind of like a weird crevice in there, right? Surprised there wasn't one, like, we didn't see one in kind of an obvious area around here. Okay, well, I'll kind of wrap around this way, and then we'll head back towards that Kwanzaa. Man, we had to have missed one in there. I just don't want to spend too much time in there. I want to get back to the farm, get the roller kind of parked away and stuff, and then we can keep on keeping on. Life's a garden. Dig it. Yeah, I'm almost not buying that there wasn't one in there. We'll definitely have to come back and check that place a little bit better. Let's cross the road here before we get hit. Like 80 more. Like, is there going to be some hidden in the trees? That's like one spot I haven't really been keeping an eye on. I just keep like an eye on like obvious spots on a step, on a ledge. They're usually, I'm thinking of all of them that we found. They're not that hidden. Like that one that's in the culvert was probably one of like, the most hidden, if you will, but most of them are pretty obvious. What's that? Okay, let's check here. Check here, and then we'll head back to the farm. Yep, right there. Oh, there's like a... But... I think that's like a sleep trigger, that like toolbox. Huh. Weird that you can get up here. Alright, let's get down. Alright, let's check down underneath here in the train tracks, and then we'll head back to the farm. We'll get Trooper squared away, and... Oh, can't even go under there. Or can we? No. Come on, Troop. Come on, Troop. There we go, buddy. There we go. All right. Okay, I'm going to head back to the farm. I'll meet you guys up there whenever I get there, and we'll kind of continue on, get the roller and stuff parked away. Actually, I'll just kind of do all that stuff, and I'll bring you back throughout the summer as we kind of progress and get closer towards harvesting season. All right, team, we are back here. It is April, and we are gonna get a cut of hay off of our grass field here. I just got back from riding Mufasa and Applejack, and I think we're gonna sell both those stallions. Right now, let's go in and check. Oh yeah, perfect. We're on the right one. So they're both maxed out, 100% fitness, 100% daily riding, cleanliness. Same thing with Applejack. Applejack's at 37, just about 37,000, and Mufasa's at almost 30K. I think this is going to be a good time to sell both of them. We still got Trooper and Urko, which, as you can see, Trooper and Urko's values are much lower. I think I know like their daily riding on Urko isn't at 100%. Same with the fitness, and Trooper's, daily riding I also rode, but fitness in one more month, it'll be at 100%. But this 26 to 27 month period just really does seem like a sweet spot. It's like even when we go to buy horses, that is like a sweet spot where you're paying like 7 grand for a horse. And the nice thing with Mufasa and Applejack is this is straight profit. These were little foals that were born from salt and pepper. No, they were, one of them was salt. This was salts, and I can't remember. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Can't really remember all of it, but those were foals. They were just straight up born on this farm, and we didn't pay a penny for them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to get our mower parked, and then I'm going to get an AI worker tedding that field. And while that's happening, I'm going to sell off both those horses, and then we're going to update the spreadsheet. So let's see if we can run into the side of the barn there. Let's get this parked away. I'll get hooked onto the tedders here, and we'll head out, get that field, get the tedding done on the field, and we'll sell off a couple of those horses just to have some extra cash. And I think what we'll do is we'll just save Urko and Trooper right now. Will be our main breeding stallions. I'm gonna try and let's drop this down. I'm gonna try and keep like the breeding stallions that we have. It's gonna be fine if they get passed over that 26, 27 month period. But I'm gonna check like with like Gusty and Oreo and Ramsey and all the foals that were born. I'm gonna just see what it's like when they get around that 26, 27 month mark, and if they're hitting around that, you know, that 36 to $40,000 mark. Gusty, Ebony, Oreo. Yeah, there's Oreo, Kismet. Kismet's actually a female, and yeah, small Ramsey. All have really good genetics, so I think yeah, the breeding stallions that we get we'll either buy or, and we'll probably just buy them, because then they'll be right at like that 27-month mark, and then even if we just got to get them to 36 so that they can breed, and hopefully they'll give us good quality foals. So let's go in. Actually, we got to go into this marker. And let's go to this. Yeah, like, so let's just look at some of these. Applejack. Nice try. Lovely Milo. That's not the best value. It's female. Decent, not great. Not a lot of really good stallions in here right now. What do we got here? So this would be a good one. Yankee, get it for $6,000, 21 months, in a year or so. Could breed, and then this would be a good sell. This would be not a bad sell, but again, this would be more just for breeding stallions. Watson, these ones are all very low. Dang, that'd be a good breeding mare. Again, we'll probably just buy those because it just seems to be the best strategy. So let's sell Mufasa. Okay, we're going to do this one at a time so that I can keep track, so that we can put it into the spreadsheet. So let's sell this one, and it's going to be $29,350 with the delivery fee. Okay, we'll sell Mufasa, and let's sell Applejack. It's going to be 36,287. Nice stuff. Nice work right there. Okay, let's jump into the spreadsheet real quick. We'll get that updated, and then we'll head back and try and get this field bailed up. All right, we're just in the spreadsheet here. So let's do Mufasa first. Mufasa was $29,350. And I can't remember which one was which. Was he 26 months and Applejack was 27? It's something like that. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. And Applejack we sold for 36,287, big ones. Yeah, so we're already up on the gross profit of the horses. Like, obviously it's gross profit because we still got to feed them and all that stuff, but really good profit. And these horses costed us $0, which is great. Really great. And yeah, Trooper, we got for $5,100. We've already like almost tripled the value on Trooper. Where's Urko? Urko was like $9,000. This was a really good horse. That's why we really want to use him for as much breeding as possible. Again, $8,900, but we'll be able to get good value for Urko. So let's head back. Let's see if that field is tedded, and we'll start windrowing, and then we'll get that field bailed. All right, the field is windrowed. I'm just gonna pull these over real quick. Whoa, hit that windrow pretty hard there. You know what? Yeah, let's go park these. And we'll hook on to the front attacher with our bale spike, and we'll cruise back on over to the field, and we'll wait patiently. When I say wait, I mean we'll go and we'll bale the field, but that tractor will wait patiently for us to finish baling the field, and then we'll use the new joystick that we got to go through, scoop all the bales up, put them in the bale storage. Boom, we did it. Boom. Field baled. Success. That's what we're going to do. So let's wheel on over here. Lots of goat milk popping through. We've got, I think the last time I checked, we have over 100 goats in there. It was at 97, and then 7 more were born, and then 2 were removed due to an accident, is what the game told me. I don't remember there being an accident. I asked Danny if he's seen anything. He looked at me with that 1,000-yard stare and waited for me to fill his food bowl, so I'm taking that as he didn't see anything. Can we attach those? There we go. Let's drop those off. Yep. And connect. Boom. All right, let's head back over. Let's bale that field, and then let's get the bales. You know, we could go through. Nah, we'll just throw them in the storage for right now. Maybe I'll throw a couple in the goat barn, because that thing holds like 80,000 liters of food, so we could just toss a bunch of bales in there so that they're good to go. Let's jump in this unit. The baler is on now. Oat fields are awesome. We didn't have to deal with any weeds, which is awesome. Love that. Love that for us. Let's zoom out a little bit here. Okay, so Mufasa and Applejack are gone. Kind of a sad day. Those were good horses, really good horses, but, you know, it is what it is. One day Urko and Trooper will have to go as well, and it'll be just a sad day. Same with Penelope. Penelope's been around here a minute. She's like over 5 years old, so she's been with us for a little while, which is awesome. And like someone had mentioned in the comment section with Groovy, like Groovy was awesome. Groovy we got for 6,800 bucks. We sold for in the 20s of thousands. It was like 20K profit on that horse, and he fathered like 5 or something foals, 4 or 5 different foals. Like that's awesome. Maybe even more. No, Groovy did great. Groovy almost fathered probably like 8, because I put him in the pen one time, and then he fathered like Oreo, Gusty, Small Ramsey, like basically all of those horses. And I think he fathered, well, he definitely fathered Applejack and maybe Brownie. Can't remember. Anyways, good horse, solid horse. To get that type of ROI off the horse and then father, like, you know, those other horses, like even, can't remember if it was Salt or Pepper that fathered Mufasa and Applejack, but like, no, it wouldn't have been Applejack, it just would have been Mufasa. Mufasa was a white horse. That's good value right there, really good value. So, awesome. Let's drop this back down. We haven't even spit out a single bale, have we? Okay, almost. Nice, there we go. I think, so okay, now I'm back to what do we do with this cash, right? We've got 125 grand. I want to do 2 things. I want to either buy more fields, or I really want to get a 3rd tractor. I really hope that the game is listening to me and something pops through in the store so that we can get something on sale. Just like a decent, either like a medium tractor or a small tractor that we can ramp up with enough horsepower, you know? That would be awesome. Decent medium tractor, there's only like a couple decent medium tractors in there that we would get, because even at like 50% off, which is like a pretty good sale price, some of those tractors are still like 180 grand. So, you know, we just ain't got it. We ain't got it like that right now to spend. I'm hoping we could spend like 30 or 40 grand. Maybe even, yeah, like if we could spend like 30 or 40K on a decent medium tractor, like the Challenger one, or one of those, that gray ACGO tractor, it can get up to like 225 horse. That's a good option. That would be great. But we also could buy one more field that is field number 5, but field number 5 is 114 grand. So I don't really know what to do. I think we'll just wait to buy field 5 is kind of what I'm thinking. And yeah, that might be just the best bet. Like, did we really only pop 1 bale out of here? 1 bale I get to come pick up. Oh well. I know I got these bales in the back, but I just like to wheel right over to the bale storage. We're not going to do straw bales again. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think. We'll just go wheel right through with this. I'll pull those out. Can I kick this last one out? No, 80%. It'd be nice if we could bail or kick that one out. But yeah, no more straw bales. I went and sold those ones off. We got like 3 grand for them. Not really super worth it in my opinion, but I don't know. Like I said, if we get into a baling mood, maybe we'll do it again. I'm just gonna wait. Obviously, I'm not going to go buy a brand new medium tractor. If something comes through for the sale or in the sale rack, great. If not, we'll just buy. that field. Or what we'll try and do is save up some more cash so that we can get a field and a new tractor. And that would be ideal. Because if we get another field, we're definitely going to want another tractor. So I would almost... Can I get fuel? There we go. Jeez, I got to back right into this thing. So yeah, I would almost like to have the third tractor before we get another field. Oh, there's 2 bales here. Christian bales. Wasn't paying attention. Okay, there's 1. Alright, yeah, let's go throw these in with the goats. This will be perfect for them. The horses, the rest of the horses are good to go, so we won't have to really worry about anything there. But we'll go toss these in for the goats, and because these are 6,000, yeah, we got 12,000 liters here. Yeah, we'll might as well toss this in for the goats. We got to make sure we don't hit these. Yeah, hit these pallets of milk on our way through. Okay, there we go. Extra food for the goats. Okay, right on. All right, like, I'm going to just kind of work through here. There's nothing good. There's no good contracts. There's nothing. I mean, it's like springtime. There'd be sowing ones as is. And there's nothing. There's nothing really good for contracts. So I'm just going to kind of get us through the rest of the summer. Might ride some horses along the way. Nothing too crazy. And we'll kind of get prepped and stuff and get ready for oat harvesting season, which will be in July. All right, team. We are back. It is July. And it is time to harvest our oats. I'm very excited. Love oat harvesting season. I'm also very excited because we may have gotten lucky. I was really hoping something would pop through in the stores, and it did. So let's look in here. This tractor, we cannot afford it, but this one came through. This Fendt Vario 900. Oh, this is a stone picker, which we could potentially need. I also kind of want to plow all of our fields after this harvest, which I know it's kind of a sidebar thing, but I think we should kind of do some good deep tillage. We haven't plowed the fields in a while, and yeah, that's kind of thing. But I think we should buy this tractor. I think we should buy this tractor because it comes right here, 42,000 with 200 horse. And if we want, we can always jump this up to 260. It costs a bunch of money to do that, like, which we probably won't spend, and we don't really need 260 horse, but 42 grand for 200 horse. Do I have the option for front attacher? Does anyone see that anywhere? Fender, exhaust, GPS, beacon, mirror, wheel weights? No. Reverse driving we're not going to need because we're not running anything off the back. Wheel setup. I'm not missing anything. Not that we really need it. Like we got the 3650, but that would have just been such a bonus. It doesn't matter. That's still a pretty good deal for a tractor. Should we make the rims black? Yeah, probably. $2,500 to make the rims black? Oh my god. What kind of paint is that? Good lord. We'll just keep them red. Okay, I think we buy this. I think we buy it all day. 42 grand for this tractor is a steal. It's 200 horse. It's everything we needed. It'd be sweet if we could do a front attacher, but it is what it is. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. I think it's going to be perfect. We needed 3 tractors. Let's buy it. You talked me into it. You talked me into it. Let's go to the store, pick it up, and let's drive her on back. Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. Now we got 3 tractors. And not only that, we've got another, like, larger horsepower tractor. Which, if we do want to get more fields in the future, as always, like, the more fields you got, the bigger the fields you got. A little bit bigger implements could be nice. A larger cultivator would be nice. We don't really need any of that stuff, but if we have the funds in the future and we have something good that comes on sale, great. We have exactly $75,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. Even number. Weird. Unbelievable. Okay, 75 grand left in the bank. If we had 114, we could buy that field. I think we should get ready to kind of get this harvest done. Now, how do I want to do everything? Well, let's pull the header trailer out. Looks like there was a couple weeds that poked through on this field. It definitely didn't seem like that when we were It's weird that there's that many, like, that minor amount of weeds. Huh. Yeah, I'm almost thinking we do a bit of a plow after this is all said and done and kind of reset our fields a little bit. It's been quite a few years since we've plowed anything, so I think we could probably do that. Let's pull this header trailer out. Let's get in the combine, get it fired up. Now, we're not going to jump right into harvesting though. What I think we're going to do is we're going to save harvesting for next episode. I'm going to get everything kind of set up for us, and at the beginning of next episode we're going to get into the harvest and, you know, the field prep and everything that kind of comes after that. We want to take one of the horses out to do some more golden apple searching. That's what we'll definitely be doing next episode as well. Kind of when all this is being harvested, what I want to do is open this. Let's disable the straw swath. I don't think we do it. But we're going to get everything kind of set up. I'm going to get started down at this far corner, and we'll get these fields. Actually, maybe we'll do this one last. Let's head out and get this set up on one of the fields out here. This tractor's parked in the way. Not too bad. Okay, yeah, we'll save this harvest for next episode. We'll have a busy episode next episode, getting all these fields harvested, getting, you know, fields plowed and everything. Let me jump out here. This grass will need to be cut and baled as well, but good thing we got 3 tractors now. We can kind of get this all done. And then what I think I'm going to do is plow everything, plant everything in grass for like the fall, so that we can get a good cut of grass and get a whole bunch of hay stocked up. And actually, let's just shut this down real quick. Yeah, get a good stock of hay for the winter time for the goats. We have so many goats now that we got to make sure they're fed. Same with the horses and kind of all that stuff. And then next year, I'm gonna do all of these fields in oats. Even this grass field, we'll do it. We'll plow it, and we'll get it done in oats. So, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who's hit that like, who's hit that sub button. Thank you guys very much. I hope you have a good afternoon, morning, evening, whenever it is that you're watching this. Come check out next episode when we get this harvest done, and I'll see you guys then. Take care, everybody.